Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we're covering Mowzie's mod, but there is something I want to let you guys know beforehand. Now, I actually do have a few problems, not because it's Mowzie's, but mainly because of my PC. It's gaining years upon years on its age, so it is running a bit bad, and so I can't use most of the features, but I do want to cover it just because I was already like 2 feet in when I was like, oh crap, I can't do most of these things, and it wasn't great, but I still really want to show you guys. And the version I am playing is 1.16.5, but it is a little it's a version where it doesn't cover the one of the bosses spawning, so I will be covering that, but I won't be able to show you some of the stuff that's going on. Now, let's get into it. Now, the first thing we're going to cover is actually the mask. Now, in this mod, there's going to be guys spawning in the savannah. Now, they will spawn in groups and they will either be carrying a shield or they will be carrying spears or darts. Now, they can attack you with any of them, but you can actually get them once they die. It's right there at the top. Now, those will actually be things you can use, but with the darts you can only use with the blow whistle. I don't know. And the spear is actually I do believe you can throw the spear. No, right. You can now only whack with it, but that is that's alright. And the mask is actually what's the main feature. Now, this is everything in the mod. Now, the main thing is these actually give you special abilities and look really cool. Now, let's just equip. Oh, let's just equip that first one. Now, they're all going to have different abilities and give you different strengths and everything else. And I would also like to tell you that this will also like all the information you'll ever need to know is actually covered, and I really am sad about how I can't, like, okay, once this gets updated and I get a better, well, it is updated, but once I can get it into an updated version and actually run it, I would love to cover this mod showcase again and talk about some of the differences. One of them being the boss. Now, the boss is going to be like harnessing all his strength from the sun, but for me, for whatever time, uh, for whatever problem it is, I just can't seem to find him. And I use some mods, and I don't think he's spawning in my specific version, but it does spawn in 1.16.5 in the savannah biome. It is a bit rare. Now, the next area we're going to is actually going to be covering that helmet over there. Now, if we go down here, there is a knight, the Iron Knight as I like to call him, and he's going to be pretty common. And if we go down here, here he is. He's going to be super epic. Now, you can't actually interact with him until you're in survival. He's going to be super strong, super heavy hitting with 40 HP, but your weapons are going to be dulled by how strong he is. Now, you can only hit him once he's at a bent formation, when he's showing that sword the most, and then you can whack it. That's the only way you'll be able to do any damage to him. He's very strong, and his backstory is that he doesn't remember what he's protecting, which is kind of sad. I kind of feel bad for him. So type down in the chat if you guys feel bad for him too. And with that, you can actually get 2 items once defeating him. Let's get back to our central area where you'll be able to get this. Yeah, that just happened. Well, that's alright. And I love to say that these Mowzie mods have actually stayed up with up to date with the models, and the models are beautiful all around through every version. And here's the axe. Now I can't swing it, but it does have a special effect where it smashes the ground in front of me. Now I won't do it because then my game would crash. So I'm actually gonna move my hand off there, but the armor is super cool looking, and some of its special effects are not breaking, as well as this one has some special effects, which is it can strike lightning. No, I believe this one is actually the one where you can spawn little minions, which is super cool and never breaks as well. So it is super cool. Now let's go over here where we can get this little rock guy. Now this guy is actually going to spawn in underground, and he's going to try to run away from you. The reason is he's hiding some very good loot. Now if we can just whack this guy, and he's going to die, but he's going to also drop some diamonds, so it is definitely worth it. I know it might be a little evil killing a pretty little guy like that, but I like them diamonds, you know what I mean? I like them diamonds, so I'm gonna diamonds. But let's move on. Now, there is going to be some jelly, and they're actually going to have two uses. And I don't think anybody covers this other use, but if we go over here, it can actually make your sword stronger and glow, which is pretty cool. And all you need is some of this glow stuff. Now you can actually eat it too, and it will allow you some night vision for about 30 seconds or a minute. Now, where you will get it is from the forest. Now, they're going to spawn at night, and they're going to look like this. They're kind of weak, but they will drop that. Now, I would recommend a bow, just personally, just so you don't have to chase them with the sword. Now, the next guy is actually going to be the frost monster, and I do believe I'm not sure. I'm sorry if some of this is inaccurate. This is like an unusual version, but I think he drops at disc 2, but I can't be 100% sure. Now, if we go over here, and I do believe we found him. There we go. Sorry about that. I couldn't find him. There he is. Now he's just gonna be spawning in here, but I know in later versions he is going to be spawning in like his own cave area. Now, this guy is pretty peaceful. You can walk around him, but if you want to attack him for that little thing he got there, which will give you the ability to blow some cold air, or I think in this version, just toss it and blow it up. What will happen is he's a very strong dude, so I would not recommend fighting him. But if you want to, you can. He looks like he's just sleeping there and having a chill time. Now let's go over to the next area, and I'm just covering the vagueness of it. But if you guys think this is interesting, mod just by like how it looks, that's perfect. Because even though like I can't show everything at like detail because of, I know, bad PC and bad version. Honestly, the further versions like further than 1.16.5 are really good, and they do like update a lot of things, so I would have to give them props. But honestly, my PC can't. It's not very good, and we're doing everything 1.15, 16.5, so this was just part of it. Now for the next one, I think we covered the jellies. Now there's actually the Nagas. Now the Nagas and actually this crown, which I do think you can get from the Sun God or whatever his name is, but it's a pretty rare drop. And this, as you can see, it gives you the Thunder Strike possibility of striking. Now, it also adds some nice blocks, but this is for the structures, but yeah, you know the story by now. Now, if we go to the Nagas, actually, I do believe I have a place for the Nagas because they do spawn. I could find them. Now, if we go over to the Nagas, if they spawn, great. If they don't, that sucks. Oh, there they are. They spawned. Cool. So these guys are going to be super hard to kill. They're just going to fly around. They fly in troops. Oh, man, that's some scary noises. And they'll just really try to dodge all those arrows and whatnot. So it's going to be a very big pain. But if you guys can kill them, let's get back. Let's get away from these. And they're going to spawn in rocky beaches and like rocky mountains, I do believe. You will get the, let's go over here. You'll get the Naga Fang. Now, with the Naga Fang, you can actually make potion resistance, which will make you resistant to poisons. Now you can also make the Naga Dagger. Now the Naga Dagger is gonna do some poison, I do believe. Uh, yeah, there we go. Uh, deals double damage from behind. Now it's going to do 6 from behind like an assassin's dagger, which is kind of useful against that knight and poisons target, which is very useful. Now, I think we covered mostly everything except the plant. Now, before we go over to the plant, I do believe the plant after killing will give you a seed. Now, as you can read from here, once you plant it, just feed it for 2 days and now you have a plant. Will it be nice to you? No, it will not. It will not treat you as its master. It will try to kill you. It will fight back for its if it's alive, and you will have to kill it. Okay, after searching, I know I didn't find the one I was actually looking for, but I still found another one because if it was a snake, it would have bit me. I would have soared. It blends in so well. Now, actually, it's not going to show itself, and yes, it is that bush right behind me, but if we go into game mode, survival, uh, and enter, it will actually pop out and it will snatch at you as you get closer. It will hide, it will blend in. It's super cool model, by the way. It isn't very strong, but well, it's not very healthy, I suppose. Doesn't have a lot of HP, but it will damage you quite badly. So either have super good armor and attack it face forward, or have some arrows and a bow and attack that like that. But they normally spawn in a group of 3 or more or less. So that is this mob. Let's get back to our original area because I lost my teleporter. I'll see you then. And I am back. I had to look a while, but I did find it. Found my location back. And I guess we covered everything really, except this. But this kind of makes you like an earthbender. But as I said, I can't really use most of the special items except for the mask because all you got to do is put them on your face. Except that one because that one you need to spawn something. But I guess we could do our outro with a little music from this. Now, I think this is from the Frost Monster, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen it before. And thank you everybody for watching this video. I know it is a bit crappy, and the reason is, well, a few factors. The version is kind of crappy, at least my 1.16.5. I know there are a few more 1.16.5 without the bugs I have, but it can't really be helped. Thank you everybody for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please put a thumbs up. I hope that my PC gets a little better so I can actually show this at a later version. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully the next one will be better.